Some stories don't have an ending. They just stop, leaving behind a tangled web of questions that detectives and internet sleuths will pick apart for decades. These are the cold cases, the bizarre events that get under our skin. But what happens when those cold cases suddenly heat up? When a new piece of evidence doesn't bring answers, but instead opens a door to an even stranger reality. For over 65 years, he was a ghost, a heartbreaking phantom known only as the boy in the box. Found in Philadelphia in 1957, his identity was one of America's most painful and enduring mysteries. Then, in 2022, forensic genealogy finally gave him a name. You'd think that would be the end of the story. But what that DNA also revealed about his family has twisted this case into something darker and stranger than anyone could have imagined. That's just one of 5 legendary mysteries that were already baffling, but have recently gotten much, much weirder. Mystery number 5, the disappearance of Emma Filippov. On the evening of November 28, 2012, 26-year-old Emma Filippov was acting erratically in front of the famous Empress Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia. She was seen barefoot and in obvious distress. Police were called to do a wellness check, and after speaking with her at length, they determined she wasn't a danger to herself or others, and let her go. Emma Filippov was never seen again. For years, that's where the story stalled. A deeply unsettling, but ultimately cold, missing persons case. But online sleuths have refused to let her memory fade, poring over every detail of her life and her final days. The case itself is bizarre. Emma had fled to Victoria from Ontario, telling her mother she might come home, only to vanish. She'd been staying at a women's shelter, but had left abruptly. Her car was later found with all her belongings inside, including her passport, library books, and a digital camera. But the case got weirder. In November 2024, police renewed their appeal with a focus on a shadowy figure known as Green Shirt Guy. 18 months after Emma vanished, a man walked into a Vancouver store holding her missing person poster. He was agitated, claimed Emma was his girlfriend, and insisted she wasn't missing at all. He left before police could arrive and has never been identified. With new documentary series in the works and a recently released age-progressed image of this mystery man, the case is back in the spotlight. It's no longer just a story about a missing woman. It's a story about a potential witness or something more, who holds a piece of the puzzle. The question isn't just where is Emma? But who is the green shirt guy and what does he know? Mystery number 4, the Circleville writer. Imagine your entire town falling under the spell of a poison pen. For nearly 2 decades, starting in the late 1970s, the small community of Circleville, Ohio, was terrorized by an anonymous letter writer. The letters were vicious and personal, revealing secrets no one should have known, and accusing residents of affairs, embezzlement, and corruption. The writer seemed to be a phantom, observing the town's every move. The mystery took a dark turn when a school bus driver named Mary Gillespie, one of the main targets, found a booby-trapped sign meant for her. Her husband Ron later died in a mysterious car crash, just after getting a call believed to be from the writer. His gun had been fired once. Eventually, Mary's own brother-in-law, Paul Fresauer, was convicted for the booby trap, and authorities declared him the Circleville writer. Case closed. Except, it wasn't. The letters kept coming for years, even while Fresauer was in solitary confinement. He even got one himself. The letters only stopped when he was released from prison in 1994. For decades, that paradox was the heart of the mystery. But recently, the theory has gotten even more complex. Recent documentaries and online forums have pushed a new idea: the Circleville writer wasn't one person. Sleuths point to different handwriting styles and the sheer volume of secret knowledge as evidence of a group effort. This new perspective changes everything. The mystery is no longer about finding a single culprit, but about the chilling possibility that a secret group of residents was working together, turning their town into a pressure cooker of paranoia for their own twisted satisfaction. These cases show how time and technology don't always lead to simple answers. Sometimes, they just lead to deeper, more complex questions. If you're finding this journey into the unknown as fascinating as I am, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're only halfway down the rabbit hole, and the mysteries are about to get even stranger. Mystery number 3, the Dyatlov Pass incident in February 1959. 9 experienced Soviet hikers died on an expedition in the Ural Mountains. When search parties found their camp on a slope ominously named Dead Mountain, the scene was baffling. The tent was sliced open from the inside. The hikers had fled into the sub-zero wilderness, some without shoes or proper clothing. Their bodies were found scattered. Some had died of hypothermia, but others had horrific, inexplicable injuries, fractured skulls, crushed ribs, and one woman was missing her tongue and eyes. There were no signs of a struggle, and some of their clothing was found to be radioactive. For decades, the official cause of death was a vague and chilling phrase, a compelling natural force. Theories ranged from an avalanche to a secret weapons test. In 2020, Russian prosecutors tried to close the case, officially blaming a rare slab avalanche. But that solution was fiercely rejected by experts and investigators. It didn't explain the brutal internal injuries, the missing soft tissue, or the radiation. And then, in 2025, the mystery got weirder. The case was reopened, and newly declassified documents pointed toward direct military involvement. A 2025 analysis of the hikers' clothing revealed the radiation wasn't accidental contamination, it was from targeted exposure to advanced, cutting-edge radioactive materials. The scariest part. Recovered files suggest the military was tracking the hikers with sophisticated surveillance, including remote biometric sensors, and monitored their vital signs in real time until their hearts stopped. No rescue was ever sent. The avalanche theory now looks less like an answer, and more like a convenient cover story for a horrifying human experiment. Mystery number 2, the Somerton Man. On December 1, 1948, the body of a well-dressed man was found on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. He had no wallet and no ID, all the tags had been snipped from his clothing. The case was already strange, but it became legendary when a tiny, rolled-up piece of paper was found in a hidden pocket. It bore the Persian phrase tamam shud, meaning it is finished. The paper was traced to a rare book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, which was found in a nearby car. Inside the book was a handwritten, unbreakable code and a local phone number. For over 70 years, his identity and cause of death, suspected to be an untraceable poison, remained Australia's greatest mystery. Then, in July 2022, the case was seemingly cracked. Using hairs from the original death mask, researchers announced they had identified the Somerton Man as Carl Charles Webb, a 43-year-old electrical engineer from Melbourne. But this solution made the mystery infinitely weirder. Webb wasn't a Cold War spy or international man of mystery. He was just a guy. His wife had filed for divorce years earlier, citing desertion. So why was an ordinary engineer in Adelaide with no tags on his clothes, a secret code in a book, and untraceable poison in his system? Knowing his name makes the extraordinary circumstances even more baffling. We now know who the Somerton Man was, but we are further than ever from understanding why he died. To this day, South Australia police have not officially confirmed the identification, leaving this solution as just another layer in a 75-year-old puzzle. Mystery number 1, the boy in the box. And now we return to where we started. Fox Chase, Philadelphia, February 1957. A young boy, malnourished and bruised, is found wrapped in a blanket inside a J.C. Penney bassinet box. For 65 years, he was known only as America's unknown child. Despite thousands of tips and countless hours of police work, his name remained a mystery. He was buried under a tombstone with that tragic title. In December 2022, after years of failed attempts, advances in genetic genealogy finally broke the silence. Philadelphia police announced that the boy was Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born January 13, 1953. For a moment, it was a victory, a name to reclaim a life. But this answer immediately created darker, more disturbing questions. Investigators revealed that Joseph belonged to a prominent local family. His birth parents were identified, and both were deceased. Shockingly, Joseph has living siblings. This wasn't a child who had no one. He had a family. A family that, for 65 years, apparently never reported him missing. A family that seemingly went on with their lives while their son and brother lay in an unmarked grave. Police have stated they have theories about who was responsible, but have not released names, citing the ongoing investigation. The mystery has shape-shifted. It's no longer who is the boy in the box. It is now, why was he discarded by his own family? The horror is no longer in the anonymity, but in the chilling reality of what happened within that family. The case isn't solved, it has just entered its most disturbing chapter yet. From the snowy peaks of Russia to a quiet Australian beach, some mysteries refuse to die. They just evolve. We expect technology and time to give us clarity, but as these cases prove, sometimes a new piece of the puzzle doesn't complete the picture, it just shows us how much bigger the puzzle really is. A name doesn't explain a motive, and a scientific theory doesn't erase doubt. The answers we find can often lead us into even stranger and more unsettling territory. What do you think? Which of these recent twists is the most bizarre? And what famous cold case do you believe is just one discovery away from getting a whole lot weirder? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.